Today, we're talking about the best outreach method that'll land you editing clients guaranteed. The reason most video editors aren't at the income level they'd like to be is often because of their outreaching. Sure, you might have great edits and super amazing skills, but how do you actually convince a stranger to give you money? This is a craft, and it's one of the hardest things to learn when getting into freelancing. But the good news is, there's an answer for everything. There's actually quite a specific reason I wanted to make this video. I've recently been selected to work with one of the biggest media teams in the world, and we make videos for some names you might have heard of. Those ones. But anyway, just last week on a team meeting, we discussed the best outreach methods with literally the most successful creative director in the world. And this formula is proved to get clients. It's worked for me and hundreds of other people I've seen use it. And by the way, the best part is you can use this if you're a complete beginner or if you're already proficient in video editing. So let's go and break it all down. The number one thing is providing value. The biggest mistake I see freelancers make is send the same generic spammy messages. Never do that. Just don't do that. From now on, every single message you send to a prospect will have some sort of value in it. I'm talking about creating a custom piece of content specifically for the prospect you're reaching out to. And this piece of content that you're sending needs to have some sort of value in it. It's literally the easiest way to get better as a video editor, and it's the best way to get clients to respond to you. So why in the heavens are you not doing this? But what do I mean by value? What's value? Value can be a lot of different things, but it has to be something that's specifically tailored to the prospect you're reaching out to. And what this means is that it's not enough to just take a random clip from their YouTube channel, edit it however you want, do whatever you want to. That's not enough. So let's say your client has, or the prospect you're reaching out to has low AVD. You can just tell it's super low. You can just sense it. You can feel it, people are clicking off way too early. What you need to do is make an edit specifically for that problem. So in this case, to fix the AVD, you'd want to add maybe some captions, maybe some B-roll, fix the pacing, sound effects, whatever helps with AVD. So this is the problem. That way, you're not just doing some fancy animations just for the sake of doing them. You're actually helping out the prospect. Remember, to make money, solve problems. And I swear to God, so many people are not doing this. And I don't understand why. I just don't get it. It's the best way you will improve at video editing because you're working on real projects. It's the best way you're gonna get clients. It's the best way they're gonna message you back. And people are still not doing it. Even I, once I started this YouTube channel, I've been getting quite a few outreach messages to me. And I haven't seen a single piece of value in them. They're super ignorable. There's no value. And basically I'm just like, what the fuck is this? What am I supposed to even say? And this should motivate you a lot because the competition, I'm telling you, it's not there. There's no competition. Okay, but more about outreaching. Number two, first was adding value every single time. Second is, I'm actually gonna type it out. It's actually a longer word. So Hyper-personalization, keyword hyper. What this means is actually taking the time out of your day to research the prospect, acting like you actually care, which you of course do a lot. Because the thing is, people can tell when an email is copy-pasted. You can just see it, you can sense it, and people don't want to respond to this. So that's why this tactic is so powerful, because it separates you from everyone with their copy and pasted emails. Because you go and you research your prospect and you actually add some personalization, and not even a little bit. I like to add a lot, and I recommend adding a lot because that's just gonna make it so easy for them to respond, because they're gonna open the message, they're gonna see that, hey, this guy actually knows, like, what the fuck, like, he knows me pretty much. Like, who is this guy? And they're most likely to respond. So what you want to look for in your prospect is what kind of content, what's the vibe they're going for with their content. Are they super laid back, or are they more professional? How do they talk? Do they use some bad language, or are they just straight up like Shakespeare in their videos? These are the things you need to figure out. And I'd even go as far as searching them up on Instagram. This is actually a pretty powerful tactic I used. Not a lot of people talk about this. Searching them up on Instagram and seeing what's on their story. And a lot of the times there's actually something there that they've just recently posted, and you can add a detail from this to your cold email, which will make it super good. Prospect will be like, what the fuck, is this guy stalking me or what? And it's just gonna make them super likely to respond at least. Once I reached out to a prospect and searched them on IG, and I saw that they just came back from a vacation back to the States. So in my email I added something like, hey, their name, welcome back to the States, and that was the icing on the cake. It was super good for them. But the thing is that there can be two completely different people, so completely different, as you can see, and they could be posting the same content. Let's do that a bit better. The same content, and the actual outreach message, the golden outreach message that will land them as a client, can be completely different, will be completely different for each of these. Even though they're posting the exact same content, the golden message that will land them as a client will be completely different, because they're the two different types of people. Hopefully you get this. But how do you actually use this in the email? Let's go over an example. What I found is that you want the two top lines. So let's say the email looks something like this. There's the name, there's something funny, then there's the actual body, and then there's something like this. So you want these top ones to have the most personalization, because they're the first things they're gonna see. And also, when you go to Gmail, you're gonna see the subject line of the email, and then you're gonna see the first couple of lines here. So that's why it's so important to have personalization in here. So they're gonna see maybe their name, maybe some fact about them, which they didn't even remember themselves. They're gonna click on that. So let's try to type something out. Let's go, hey John. We've figured out their name is John. That's not that difficult. Then we stalked them on IG. We saw that they just came back from the vacation. So we'll go, welcome back to the States. Then we could have something like, I know you're super busy with writing right now, because we saw that they own a script writing business. This is just off the top of my head. And then you'll go something like, or stressed out about not growing on social media, because you saw that their videos are not getting that much views. And there we just got 4 personalizations in the first few lines, and that's just amazing. And this was just off the top of my head, so imagine if you actually do some research on a real prospect. You're gonna learn so much about the prospect, you're gonna get so much which you can add to here. So this is really simple. Their name, fact we saw when we checked their IG profile, which is a super nice tactic. No one pretty much talks about it. Then I know you're super busy. This is what works pretty well for me. With something related to their business. So with writing right now, because we saw, hypothetically of course, we saw that they have a script writing business. Then we address a pain point, or stressed out about not growing on social media. So that's the problem we're trying to solve right here, you see? And now let's imagine we were actually John. This is John. And this guy is named John. He just came back to the States. He's writing. He's super busy with writing, and he's super stressed about not growing on social media. Imagine he comes in, opens his messages, and sees something like this. There you have it. Like, that's the game. Personalization is super powerful. And these small tweaks are the things that matter. These are the things that you should be focusing on. Even though they seem like small tweaks, they're everything. And when people receive something that isn't mass sent, it's a different type of feeling when they see something that is actually made for them specifically and not sent out with some app which sends 100 emails a day to random people. This is actually effort in this, and people will notice it, and you will not seem desperate, you'll seem intentional. Now let's do number 3, which is the actual email structure. I'm gonna give you a solid example which you can use even in your next cold email. You can go try it out. What the fuck? You can go try it, well, that's gonna be there. You can go try it out after this video. So I already revealed a bit of it with the last few slides. So we'll do the same one. Hey John. Give me a minute of your time, and I'll show you how to grow media writing SEO into the top players in the industry. Then you'll have your free value right there, and just do all the best, Rico. There we have a really solid cold email. Now let's go over what I did and why I did. So as I said, personalized, 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 and personalized. And personalized. This is just this is the name of a script writing company I just got off the top of my head, and you can also add the name of the business if they have that. So we already covered this part. Whoops. This part. Now here we have give me a minute of your time, which is actually a sneaky tactic, which I also haven't seen anyone talk about. And a lot of people don't understand what I'm doing here, but give me a minute of your time. Guess what it means? It's the actual length of the free value I sent. So if your video is 30 seconds, you would say, give me 30 seconds of your time and I'll show you how to grow your business into the top players in the industry. Then they will go and click this, and they'll actually spend 30 seconds or a minute of their time, and they're gonna be like, damn, this guy is not playing around, like he's being straight up. And that's super amazing, of course. So that's just a sneaky tactic I learned, which you should be using as well. I'm just giving out all the secret sauce here. And then just have the name of their business. I'll show you how to grow media writing SEO into the top players in the industry. Link your free value here, do all the best, and your name, because you're the man. So that's a really good base email. Of course, you can tweak this, do however you want. I like these super concise, super personalized emails with free value. I've seen that these get the best results. I landed my biggest client actually with this exact prompt, and I just gave it out to you guys for free, so I'm a nice guy. But there's still a problem with this. You see, the client still doesn't know anything about you, and that's a big problem, because to buy something they need trust. To get trust you have to be seen, and with this the client has no idea who you are. All they know is that your name is Rico. Actually, your name is not that, but my name is. And yeah, the problem with this is they don't trust you. Sure, it's a good email, but they don't trust you. And I'm gonna show you a way which you can at least double the success rate of this cold email. And that's by doing, you guessed it, a Loom recording. So if you don't know, Loom is an app where you can just record your screen and have your face here in the corner, and you can just go over anything and just speak there, and you can send it off. And the reason this is so powerful is because the client will see who you are, what you look like, what kind of personality you have. Do you seem trustworthy? And then after watching you for like 15 seconds and they actually like you as a human, then they will see you talking about a free piece of content you made for them without them having to ask for anything. You just came in here and you made this, and you're talking about how this will help the client solve their problems. Hopefully you understand the connection which this makes. First, they read a super good email which you sent, then they open a link, they see you, they actually like your personality. This is important. You have to show who you are in the video. Have to show your personality. So you can just go really quickly like, hey man, I'm Rico, this is me, this is who I am, this is how I talk. Let's go over your sick video and stuff like that. But just make sure you show a little bit of your own personality in the video. Then they will see you talking about a free video you made for them without them asking for it, and that's just a recipe for success. Pretty simple. So the actionable steps you want to do is do 3 to 10 of these a day. At least 3 a day. 3 is the minimum, 10 is you're pretty gangster if you're doing 10, to be honest. I don't think I've done 10 that much of really good free values. But yeah, just aim for 3 to 5 a day, and also do follow-ups every 2 days. And yeah, I don't really see how you're not gonna land a client with this good of a strategy. If you're doing 3 a day with follow-ups, it's pretty much guaranteed, and that's exactly what I want you guys to achieve. I want to make sure every single one of you succeeds in this career. That's the thing I'm doing with these videos, and I really hope that this makes sense, and I hope you understand. Now go out there and make it happen. You're a lot closer than you think.